guys, welcome back to the farm. Hey, 9560R. Got her unhooked from the field cultivator, hooked up to our little chisel plow. We don't do a lot of chisel plowing. The year's got to be right. We actually haven't used this in a couple years. 21 foot, so 714 John Deere chisel plow. I got a field up there about 5 miles north of the farm. My brother Greg did some clearing on it in the past few years. And really haven't had much of a dry fall to plow it up. It's kind of uneven and didn't yield very well. Looked at the Precision Essentials app, op center for John Deere, and it was some of our worst fields up there. 100-acre piece up there. We call it Evelyn's, and that was the worst yielding. So we're gonna try to till it up. This tractor could handle a chisel plow probably almost, maybe not twice the size, but close. Well, this is all we got. Like I said, we don't use it a lot. We may upgrade it in the near future, but hey, you do with what you have. Let's head up there. I actually had to take the globe and the monitor off the 7720. We got most of our equipment put away in a shed over at my dad's place, and we snapped it on here. We're going to be running guidance. I already went in the tractor, got it set at 20.5 feet. So there'll be a 6-inch overlap while we're chilling. So let's head in, get to the field. Let's go. Cattle are in there eating lunch. Destination on our left. Neighbors still got some corn up, I see. And so do we. Fold. And we're moving, and we're in. I'm just freewheeling this edge here. Look at that dirt. A lot of moisture. Shouldn't be too hard on the tillage machine. I mean, you got to remember this tractor will rip that plow in half. So I want to find the right speed. Okay, second pass. This was where about an acre of woods was right here. This is like the main part. You're gonna see maybe some roots and some rocks come busting up, but you can see the soil here looks pretty sharp. Beautiful day. Low spot there. You see them ruts. So once we get done with this, we're gonna come in here and we'll end up ditching it. I got a main spot where the water washes, where it's green right there. I lift up, so I don't want to fill that wash in, but all the water wants to drain that way. But there's your line. We're set. We're not even steering the tractor at this point, so looking to be a good day. We're on turn in here. There's a boundary marker. This was a 20 that we bought that connects to this big 80 right here. And once I get to the end here, I'll just lift up. Let her down, hit the auto track button. Oh, I was a little off there when I made my turn. Why using this auto steer is important, because you can't really see where you're plowing exactly. Like for instance there, I was probably off a foot if you look the way that's tilted. Makes it nice because you're going to avoid that overlap, save money on fuel, save money on time, and wear and tear on the equipment, especially that chisel plow. She's no spring chicken. The tractor's good, but the plow is old. We're going to lift up right here in a second. Up, down. And once we get past that green, I probably won't lift up anymore. Yeah, Dad, Mark, and Greg, they're finishing a field of corn right now. I mean, we got a bunch of fields left, a lot of acres. but they're at the tail end of one right now. They didn't need me in the cart, so decided to divide and conquer today. And because we've got rain coming tomorrow for a couple days, looks like, so they're gonna have that 40 knocked out, and I'm gonna try to get this 20 done, and then we can regroup. That's some nice black dirt, isn't it? We're right next to this big muck vein that runs up through Michigan. My buddies, the muck farmers. Muck is pure black peat soil to grow vegetables on. We're just on the outskirts of it. Get out here and check out the equipment, check out the field. That's a big tractor. Well, she's getting shined up now, isn't she, boys? Yeah, looks good. Here's your soil. Looks like we got a wad of bean stubble there, but lighter ground back here when it connects to this other field. Man, yeah, I don't have this chisel plow all the way down. I'm just trying to, I mean, look at that. That's light soil. That's wet ground, but it's very white. A little plugged up there. All right, yeah, so you're gonna have a few rocks come up, but leave a comment if you guys got soil type like this. But so far, everything seemingly holding together. And this big girl, that's a newer tractor. And we're back rolling. Here's the interior of the cab. I probably never really showed you this tractor. All your controls. I've got the seat tilted this way. You can adjust it either way. Usually you're looking on your right hand side, your air conditioning. There's your auto track button right here. My middle finger, it says resume. And of course, this is the main screen I'm looking at, and it's 6 miles an hour is what I'm clipping along at. Like I said, I don't have this thing buried deep, but she's definitely working it. But all in all, very comfortable tractor. It's got the instructional buddy seat. There's my lunch. I'll show you what the wife Michelle packed us in a second. But you got your buddy seat with a seat belt. This particular tractor's pretty clean. Never been smoked in, never been really abused. Fairly clean people. Nice shot here of the different soil types. I'm seeing as we get up a little closer, I rolled up a little, right there is a log. A little log and some wood. And what I like to do is get on the op center Precision Essentials kit. And here we are. This is that 20 acres we're coming across. And then, but if I switch to different equipment that's working, we can snoop on Dad, check in on their corn progress. And here he is. He's down on Van Dyke. You see this cluster here? This is a small piece across the field. Anyway, and that was the plan. They were going to combine that first. Crossed M53. And they're there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool technology. All the purpose of it is just to be more efficient. That's the bottom line. It's been a fairly dry fall. Just gonna make that turn. The auto track disengaged. Just idle down a little bit. Been a fairly dry fall, except for 3 inches of rain a couple weeks ago, but seems to be leveling out. I'll put this disc chisel down and the auto track button right by my other finger. Kind of slick. And of course your throttle's on your thumb. But been a good fall so far in Michigan. Corn's not drying down too well, so that's unfortunate. We don't have a dryer, so they're gonna dock us pretty good. But anytime you can do fall tillage like this, you're in good shape, because next year that means we'll come in and hit this one time where the field cultivator will be ready to plant. But by tilling the soil like this in the fall, it just gives you one step closer to have a more successful spring. Gets you ahead of the game a little bit. As for lunch, leftover cold, not complaining, but beef, cheese, tortellini. He probably makes this about once every couple weeks. Got a whole spread of stuff. Very important when you're looking to find a spouse. That's probably the most important decision you're going to make in your entire life. Opposed to any job, career. That's who you spend your time with. Pick a good one, you can move mountains. You end up with the wrong one, you'll be broke. Making a turn. Swing that wide on that road. I'll come in here when we're done, and I'll hit this headland. I tell you what, that thing's doing a whale of a job. That 6-inch overlap I put on the screen here probably wasn't quite necessary, so I'm right into that other furrow. But hey, better no gaps than having some gaps out there. But man, look at it. We're clear over half done now, so we're on the back's downswing of it. And she's just walking it. 6.3 mile an hour. Beautiful looking ground, beautiful trees. Great day to be a farmer here in Michigan. Okay, well, we're about the edge of the field, but we're running on a wedge here, so when I get to this end, I'm gonna go down, back, do half them headlands. I think I'm gonna have to make 2 passes to make sure I cover everything, but about out of here. Lifting up. What I'll do is I'll back in this corner. Just freewheel this ditch here. Right along the road. Back in into the field. If you're gonna rip it, you might as well rip it good. Dropping it. Then I'll roll right down and finish that last pass. Come in, do another round here. I want to tear down this guy's corn. About to hit our guidance line. Okay, and we're tracking. Floor it, boys. About out of here. Finishing the headland. She's hard. These end rows are usually hard. It's where you drive in after your grain cart's full. Well, what do you think? Got her done. Didn't hit the guy's corn. Did a good job there. You don't want to run someone's corn over. Tractor held together nice. And this old girl, she held together. Like I said in the past, it's been a couple years since I think we used it. But man, she did some ripping today. Have another piece that's maybe got a little packed in. This will help uproot it. That's what I was gonna do. I'm gonna try to grab this rock. I just happened to see it. Oh, that's a heavy one, boys. Ah! Ah! There. That's better. Got one. Fold up. Head back to the ranch. Job well done. Boys are probably done with that cornfield too. Seatbelt on. In a vegetable ground, we've got a load of carrots going by. Muck vein goes up there too.